course, the end of the song. Alright, let me know. Chime right in again, Seb, if it's still a little bit too loud. So... yeah, quite a cool board, though. We are looking forward to this one. It's built up right now with some Gateron blacks. Let's see the front of the plate. What do you mean the front of the plate? Like underneath the keycaps? Oh, I got you. Yeah, so Hussein Msab, it was actually built up previously, and so we're doing a rebuild on this. It was built with Gateron blacks that they just feel kind of mushy, but yeah, here's the plate. It's like almost like a black. Doesn't have any flex to it. It's a black aluminum, I'm gonna guess. I did not pay anything for these. This is a client's cookie, and so I am building it up for a buddy who's local to me. What do I want here? I want to get... here we go, let's do this. Some here. And we'll put them in the box so that I don't lose any. Nice part about Gateron switches is, man, these keycaps just want to pop right off. In fact, to the point where the escape key doesn't even want to stay on this thing. I don't know if it has to do with the escape key or if it has to do with the switch that's on the escape key, but... I am into linears. I'm a linear guy, unless it's Alps. If it's Alps, I'm a tactile or clicky guy. I like Alps blue and Alps orange. Those are my personal preferences. But Alps brown is also very nice. I just feel like it's a little bit too tactile. Linear Alps are really nice too. I just go with MX for linears just since keycap compatibility is a little bit easier. Oh, Temus with custom stems. What kind of stems? They're pretty linear. Okay. Yeah, I'd love to give them a try. I'll always try stuff new and exciting. Ron Curtis, thank you very much for the follow. Enjoy your stay. So I'm curious what this guy... Oh, it's got the golden PCB on it. Golden TGR PCB. Yeah, so the guy I'm actually building this for, I don't even think he's opened it up yet. So hopefully we don't get shocked by anything that we find underneath the hood of this board. We will certainly figure it out. We'll encounter it all here together. Probably should have taken the keycaps off before. It's gonna take a little bit. Hussein Imsa, thank you very much for the follow. Appreciate that, my friend. Yeah, and I'll definitely keep an eye out for that video once you upload it. I'd love to hear it. I went through a phase where I was into all sorts of crazy custom tactiles, modded all sorts of switches. I'm now at the point where, you know, it's funny. I think I brought it up a couple times on stream. I feel like everyone who goes through the hobby goes through different phases. You know, where you like mod a whole bunch of different types of tactiles, where you look at like linears, and then you get different, you start playing with spring weights on linears. I feel like the general trend is people think they want something heavier than they actually do. And like me, for instance, I started off with a mechanical keyboard. I started off with a Cherry MX Red that was way too light. I hated the way it felt. Well, it turned out to just be a shitty Corsair MX Red, right? You know, so it was garbage. But as I've spent more and more time with keyboards, found out that I actually like the lighter weights. And so I went from like a bunch of heavy tactiles, like using straight up stock ergo clears, which was just awful. It felt terrible after a little bit. From there, going on to sorts of like ergo clears and Alps and custom tactiles in the MX, like Xandas and Aristotles and Holy Pandas and just all sorts of shenanigans. And you know, ultimately I came back to it and like, you know what, Alps for tactiles, Alps for clickies, or rubber. A lot of people like Topre, or linears on MX linears, which is so nice. That's what I put on everything these days. That is a sweet looking plate. Tom, are you in here? I don't know if the guy I'm building this for is even in here yet. Oh shit. Somebody's selling a Niso High Pro? God damn, did that sell already? It's sold. Oh my goodness. Somebody sold a Niso for like 900, almost $1,000. Oh my goodness. Chat, take a look at this. That is a dirty looking keyboard. Ooh. Wow. What else does this guy have? Oh, he's got the OTD Red Alert set that's sold. Who is this? Oh, it's Monka Omega. Yeah, dude. He's got so much nice stuff. He had a good price on the TGR, too. Sold a TGR for $750. OG Cherry Palm keycaps. OG Cherry Palm for $250. Oh, and that Gold Star Alps. Oh my goodness. That's rare as shit too. He's really got one of those? Oh my goodness. With clicky white Alps. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So in my 910 I've got West German vintage blacks as well. It's the same switch that I'm actually going to be putting into the Jane. They were lubed by a different guy though. I think the guy who lubed them is actually in chat. Brian, are you here? I think I saw him at some point earlier in the stream. Pizza and milk! Maybe he is, I don't know. Yeah, this one sounds pretty nice. I don't know if you can hear it with the music. I also don't know what I was just typing in. That keyboard's plugged in, so somewhere I was just typing a bunch of gibberish, I think. Maybe I wasn't. Ugh. Alright. Well, let's crack this thing open and see what we're working with, y'all. Yeah, vintage blacks are a little bit harder to find. They pop up on Mech Market every now and then. You can also find them occasionally on websites like eBay and whatnot. The top of this anno quality is absolutely incredible. The bottom is a little bit streaky, but it almost looks like, I don't know, I like the bottom as well. Like I don't really mind streaks, I guess, in an anno. I know people like don't look for that when they're looking for an anodization, but I really don't mind the look of the streaks. And even if you do mind, it's not like you can see it, it's on the bottom. So we got a couple things to do with this. We actually have a lot of things to do with this. Alright, so we've stripped the keycaps off so far. We need to open her up and take inventory. Because the guy who... Oh, we need a little bit more. We need a little more distance. The guy who actually bought this... I was just saying a second ago, I don't think he's actually opened it up himself yet. So I'm going to take inventory here, the inside of this case, and just take note of anything that I see that's out of place. There he is. What's up, Tom? Yep. Yeah, we'll take a look at the inside for you, man. Make sure everything looks good. it. We will get this working. We're gonna MacGruber this thing. Yeah, so the bit on my screwdriver is not deep enough. So, fear not, Tom. I have a solution. My solution is just throw it against the wall until it opens. That should work, right? There we go. Nope. Oh yeah. We will put that one to the side. We will need that to put back together. And that's fine. Alright, let's try this again. Come on. Oh man, is the suspense killing anybody else? Aha! There we go. Oh yeah. It's a TX PCB. I didn't know. Is that what Sam used for the first rounds? Look at this jumping screw action. Oh yeah. Wait for it. Oh yeah. Don't go anywhere, screws. Oh. There we go. All right. Oh wee. Screws on the inside. That is correct. Oh my goodness. Hi everybody. That's pretty. Hey look, you can see yourself. Hey guys. Alright. Oh! It's a dusty boy. Woo. Go ahead and get all this dust out of the inside of it for you, Tom. Yeah, so it's 3 hex screws on the inside to hold that weight on. Here is the inside. So you can definitely see there's, you know, some micro scratches, but lol, it's the inside, who cares? Pretty damn good looking if you ask me. And just going across the edge here. Did my music stop? Time for a new album. Yeah, so 3 hex screws, 1, 2, 3 for the weight. Yeah, I mean, aside from a couple of... So I polished the weight up a little bit, Tom. Aside from a couple of micro scratches on it, the weight looks damn good, too. And I mean, that's got to be a difficult weight to keep as shiny as that. I would think that would be pretty easily prone to damage. So the guy who built this before, Tom, do you know who built it? Did somebody, was it a Korean builder or something? Because the guy who built it actually did, these joints look really good. So he built it with a really weird switch. He built it with Gateron blacks that feel pretty crappy, but the PCB looks to be in really good quality, and the solder work on it is pretty nice. You can kind of see no bubbly joints or pins or anything. It looks pretty darn good, actually. If anything, the guy who built this is actually a little short on solder. But, you know, as long as everything's registering. So, kudos to this guy. Whoever built it is pretty good. I bet it was Sam. Yeah, I bet it was Sam. This is a good build. It looks pretty darn nice. So same thing with the inside of the top plate here, Tom. A couple of micro scratches around the edges of it, and a little bit of dust. But other than that, I mean, I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about here. You can see the anode is just kind of a little bit rough on the inside, but I mean, who cares about that? Yeah, you know, I probably should have done a couple before typing tests. It did sound pretty bad. Here, hold on. Let's see if I can pause this. It's not the best. Little too clangy, right? Little too. No bueno. Does it? So here's what we're building it with. I mean, here's a... So that's what a good switch sounds like. And here's what this sounds like again. So you can, I mean, in person it sounds a lot worse. It just, it doesn't feel terrible, but then again, they're Gaterons. I mean, Gaterons are smooth. Gaterons are really smooth switches. Probably one of the more underrated linears. Gateron stems. Yeah, it'll feel real good once we're done here. All right, let us continue. In typical TGR fashion, we got the mini hex for the plate screws here. There's enough real estate on this one, Tom, where I think we might want to try for a liner. We can give it a go if you want. We won't even need to use these top mount screws. Or if we do, we'll use like 2 of them. I'll leave it up to you. I'll give you an example of both ways. Yeah, we'll liner it. That'll make it sound a lot better. Mine is linered, my 910 in front of us here. I don't have a single top mount screw in my 910. It's my custom gasket mount. Right? Anything that has rubber in it is gasket these days, right? Rubber washers, a little piece of like 3M tape in there in between the plate and the top case. Pretty much anything you do. It's all top mount, or it's all gasket mount. Oop. This top corner here. Come on. Come on. Oh man, now a couple of the other ones caught too. These hex screws are too good. They're making me look crazy. Go, go, gadget plate. There we go. Top out. Top of the case, all taken apart. There we go. Fancy little TGR logo there. Tom, if you keep hyperfuse on this, you should totally paint the TGR logo, yeah, like the teal, or even like a purple. I was surprised how good hyperfuse looked on that blue-gray. Looks so good. All right, let's put this guy down here. Off camera left. All right. Tom, did this come with any of the acrylic diffusers? Because it's with all TX PCBs, it's got the SMDs soldered onto them already. Let's take a look at the Amazon link. Yeah, there you go. I use something like that. I can't remember exactly what I bought. Gotcha, gotcha. I think I have... I wonder if it fits. I actually have... Let's line this up. I think I actually have an acrylic piece here from Sam of the acrylic for the Jane V2, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see if this lines up right. I think this is it the right size? No, clearly not. That's for the, okay, that's for the 910. All right, hold on. Oh, this right here can be used for the, I think this piece right here can be used for the Jane. Obviously, you would need, no, unless the Jane round 2 is much narrower. So when Sam sent this to me, this is a solid acrylic piece for, I guess he said use it for the Jane round 2. If we take a look here, you'll be able to see that obviously this would be too small. I've got it lined up. I've got it lined up right now in the bottom left, and you can see how much it sticks out on both sides. So I'm wondering, here you go, Jane R2 dimensions potentially confirmed, without having given you any dimensions. But definitely, if this is actually the acrylic piece that I could cut for it, it's definitely smaller. Which I don't think it is. I just think this is just a regular missized piece of acrylic. I'd be very surprised if Sam mixed it up, because I think, no, it couldn't have, because I think the Jane round 2, you can utilize this A87 PCBs. So yeah, no, there's definitely, ignore everything I just said for the last minute. That acrylic definitely would not work. All right, let's go ahead and we will get out the soldering vacuum. Oh, thanks, Ed. Appreciate that, man. All right. Oh, yeah. Yeah, that is the disclaimer to using sorbothane in your case. You gotta definitely go slow when you're opening the case back up, and when you're peeling the liner off the PCB, you definitely don't want to go too quick. You go too quick, you definitely run the risk of pulling off resistors and diodes, and it just wouldn't be pretty. So definitely go slow. Uh, 63.5 springs for retooled black. Good idea. Yeah, sure. My personal favorite is 62 gram, but yeah, that's a very good weight. No reason to not go a gram and a half higher. Spring weight is all preference, though. Although I feel like the general consensus, if you're to take everyone's opinion and average it, is probably they like lighter on vintage blacks, lighter on retooled blacks, which are very similar. I don't need linear. There we go. All right. This heat up. I'm going to move that to off camera left. Yes, this is a desoldering gun. It's fairly pricey. But if you do a lot of desoldering work, it is worth its weight in gold. Heats up pretty quick. I just turned it on. It's already good to go. It's the farting desoldering gun. Back. There we go. That'll be a little better for camera 3. Alright, just had to get situated there. It absolutely does make it easy. You'll have to forgive me, chat. I'm gonna catch up with you guys here in just a second. Let me finish desoldering this board, and then I'll catch up in chat. It took me like a year to finish one of those vintage black PCBs on stream the other week. I procrastinated too much and couldn't keep up with chat as it scrolled. I'm not going to do that tonight because we have a lot to do. So forgive me. What the hell? Oh no! Tom, there's LEDs on this thing. I didn't know that. Those in-switch LEDs. Did you know that? You bamboozled me into desoldering a ton of LEDs too. I just finished an entire first row and I didn't even notice them. Well, I'll go across it once because it's a decent PCB. I mean, it should be fine. As long as I hold the gun on there long enough before trying to suck it off with the LEDs, I should get them clean. Like I said, whoever built this did a good job. This is, I'm going to guess this is a Yuxi build. Oh yeah. This isn't bad at all. Plus the yellow goes so good with the blue-gray, right? Alright chat, so this is about the time it would take to do 2 PCBs with the Hako gun. And I won't procrastinate like I did with that vintage board. I'll actually move through this one a little bit quicker. First row is done. Yeah, of course the guy who built this used good solder. Makes it easy. It's a good high quality PCB. Also making it easy. So we should be Gucci, fam. Either way, we need to desolder it though, Tom. So I may as well get all these things off cleanly, because I'm going to need to use your plate, obviously. Although I wonder, I'd be curious to see if we could use, like maybe 2 liners. If we used 2 liners and just everything PCB mount. I wonder if a double liner beneath would actually be enough to hold the PCB up into the top plate. That'd be a really flexy build. How many switches are on a TKL? Wanting to sell 82 SMD, or not SMD, wanting to sell 82 through-hole LEDs. I don't know what color they are. I should just keep one on to see what color they are. I switched my headset to my monitors for this stream. It's really weird. I can't hear shit other than my music right now. I might switch back to the cans. The isolation on these is way too good. Oh, goddamn. A high school kid had this before? Yeah, I was scraping every penny together I could for an Xbox at 17. I wasn't trying to do anything crazy with keyboards, let alone buy something this awesome. That kid's a winner at 17. Heck yes. So it wasn't the guy, so the guy you bought it from definitely wasn't the one who built it, right? He either got it built by somebody else in Korea or got it built by Sam. I mean, like I said a second ago, it's really good build quality. It's probably Sam. Take a second here. Let's see how easily these switches are pulling out. Ooh. Yeah, that's nutty. Oh yeah, we're Gucci, baby. Look how easy that was. SMD and everything just pulled right out. Hopefully all of them come out that easy. So far, so good. Oh, sorry, guys. Let me focus this. Sam is a really nice guy. No introduction necessary. Just hit Sam up on Discord or Slack or wherever you chat about keyboards. Sam is probably in all the ones you're on, but he's definitely on the Mech Keys. He pops into customs every now and then. He's a great dude. One of the best, in my opinion, he's one of the best group buy runners. All right, so these are. Let's proceed on. These are all pulling out really nicely. Oh, look at this plate. Look at that. That's really cool. Come on, focus. Yeah, baby. This has quickly become a TGR shill channel. I've built so much TGR stuff on this channel. Yeah, I pulled a double take pretty quick though when I saw those LEDs there, Tom. I made it all the way through the first row and didn't even pay attention, and then I was starting up on the second row and then I looked above on the row I was at. I was like, what are those? What are those extra pins doing there? There's only one thing that could be. It's kind of funny how the trend changed. LEDs, in-switch LEDs used to be like a really popular thing to do. You see it less and less and less these days. The most expensive build I've done on stream is my Alice. I did rebuild my TGR 910 back here. That would be way more expensive. And this is probably, in terms of value, pretty close to my 910. Alice is up there too, though. I think Alice aftermarket is like 900. I was in talk with, I was in chat with Stolen Weapon about a month or so ago, before the holidays. He was asking me about builds. I thought for a second he might be sending me an OTD to build. BC Network, thanks so much for the follow. I appreciate that. That's actually a very cool channel. I was watching a video on demand the other day from you guys. The owner of BC Network, well, not the owner, but the guy who streamed, I don't know, maybe the owner, I'm not sure. I don't know the scenario, the breakdown there, the channel. But it's a hair salon. It's pretty cool. I'll need to come in for a cleanup one day. I'm starting to lose it. My claw. Not really. These are fun. Anyone in chat knows a good case that sounds crisp to type with, like pop pop crisp sound. I hope all your keyboards sound clickety clackety, not pop pop crispy. You might have burned something if it's crispy. We're just cleaning the tip here real quick, guys. I see why it is being a pain in the ass right now. I also heard that the Jane V2 spot got sold for over a G. That's kind of crazy. Yeah, I would not. I don't know. That's a lot of. That's an intense amount of FOMO right there. This drives me a piece of shit. Vacuum. Looks okay. Need a better tool to clean this element here. Yeah, I had an LZ-CLS. LZ-CLS does sound very good. You know, so I still don't really know what you mean about pop pop crisp, but I mean, like, there's a lot of good sounding customs out there. And a lot of what it comes down to, though, there's not many boards that I can point out to you that don't sound good if built right. It all comes down to the build, what type of switches you put in, and how they're tuned. That and then the stabilizers. So, yeah, I mean, you're more talking about what's going to cause it to sound a little bit differently is the switch, not necessarily the case. Yeah, that LZSQ sounds pretty good. Oh yeah, baby. That one sounded real nice. Yeah, if you want something like higher pitched or like it depends on what sound signature you're looking for. I mean, probably the easiest thing to do to get something like what you're looking for is to find something that sounds like what you want and utilize the same switches from what you're noticing that you like, and you'll probably, regardless of case, get a pretty close sound signature. Alright, I should not be clogged. Hey, hey! We are being hosted. Thank you very much for that. Appreciate you. Alright, where were we on this board? Row 3. We're working our way down row 3. There we go. Let's go back to it now. I don't think I cleaned my vacuum for the entire vintage black desoldering stain. I think I made it all the way through. Yeah, Glacier's CLS sounds really good. You know, CLS, the LZ CLS is actually just a really good sounding board. There's nothing too crazy about it. It's got a simple weight, simple design. It's built well. And for somebody who builds keyboards well, it's going to sound fantastic. And so I had a really good experience with my CLS. I built mine with Ergo Clears. And I actually just sold it the other week because I wasn't using it enough, and that board deserves to be used rather than sit on the shelf. Plus, I couldn't run the risk of my wife asking questions about, hey, how do you have so many keyboards laying around? I had to downsize before I caught the attention. My favorite switch right now is probably a linear. Probably the West German vintage blacks that I've got in 910. Those feel really nice. You know, I use different switches for each different type of build that I get. So I see a keyboard and I typically choose the switch based on the keyboard. So if you're interested in a specific board, let me know. Or if you're interested in a specific switch, I can tell you what sounds really good and is going to feel really good with that. I've used a pretty wide gambit. So now, I mean, all of that though is, you got to keep in mind all of that is personal preference. But I found that they're fairly popular opinions for people that have tried the layouts that I've tried. Not layouts, but the combinations. So feel free to ask away. So the most specific thing I think to ask about when you're deciding upon a switch is what kind of plate am I building on? That probably makes the most difference. Yeah, that's going to sound really good. The MT3 profile is going to give you a much deeper sound signature than the GMK or Cherry profile will. But yeah, you'll like that. Brass plates and linears are a pretty solid choice. I would recommend that. So in my opinion, linears, I would do brass plates or steel plates with linears, and aluminum plates are kind of a toss-up. You can go either way with aluminum, tactile or linear. With tactiles, I would go PCB mount, tray mount, like a PCB mount tray, like the Duck Sidewinder is a really good choice for a tactile right now. Anything with like a half plate or a polycarbonate plate or acrylic plate is going to feel really good with tactile. And I'll give you some context. With tactiles, I like them to feel soft. I like tactiles to be comfortable because the feedback you get from the switch itself will let you know when it actuates, and so you want it to be light and comfortable, in my opinion. So my go-to for tactiles is an Ergo Clear with 62-gram springs and a light lube, like a Tritox 105 mix. For tactiles, you can get away with a heavier plate and a lighter spring or a heavier spring, depending upon what your preference is. Because with tactiles, or with linears, you don't have that actuation feedback. Which so it kind of slows down the switch travel a little bit, I didn't explain that as well as I probably could have, but that's kind of my opinion. But yeah, you really got to just get out there and try different plates. You got to try different variants of plates. Like, I mean, I was absolutely up in arms and against trying an acrylic plate for the longest time. And then I tried one, and it was one of the greatest experiences I've ever had. Plus, it just looks awesome. It looks so cool when you have it built up and you have a cool looking PCB under an acrylic plate and it's clear and you can see everything. It's just awesome. Makes those nude shots of your board look so much better. But yeah, if I had to build, I'm actually going to build a tactile board here pretty soon. I got a set of vintage browns from Remy on Wednesday this week, just yesterday. And so I will absolutely be putting those in something. I just haven't decided what yet. I'd kind of like to try. So with my Jane, what I might do is I might take that plate file as soon as Sam releases it and make an acrylic plate and then Dremel the middle out to make a half plate. An acrylic half plate Jane R2 with vintage browns. I think that would be pretty sick. Do a little bit of spring swap action in it. Probably like 62 gram again. Put some switch films on it. Lube it up with some 3203, I'm thinking. That'll be a good build. I'll need to lube switches for it though. Blech. I should have just bit the bullet and had Rem lube them for me. I had extra time though, so I figured I'd just save some money and do it myself. I think there's a little bit of remorse on my end in that part now. Yep, Godlike Ogre has it. Yeah, so 205G0 is best for linears, and you want something lighter for the loop with tactiles. Thinner, lighter lube. Yep, exactly. You have to be careful with 205G0. 205G0, if you use too much of it, can actually make a switch feel scratchy, and you can actually ruin your switch if you're not careful. So you definitely want to follow a guide if you're lubing with 205G0. With 3204, Tribosis 3204, it's another very good lube for linears. And really anything. I mean, you can use 3204 as a thicker lube on tactiles. It's going to affect the switch experience a little bit, but again, all personal preference there. But 3204, you really, it's harder. It's a lot more user friendly. It's harder to ruin a switch with 3204. I've ruined switches with 205G0. Back when I was just using it for the first time, I wasn't paying attention and used way too much. Literally made the switch feel like I had sand in it. Does sandwich mount feel closer to tray mount or top mount? Sandwich mount feels closer to top mount, if I had to say. But it's a unique feel for sure. It's just, they feel different. Tray mount is actually, in my opinion, another underrated type of mount. So tray mount, if the standoff in the middle is either removed or isn't there, tray mount actually feels really good. If you have like a PCB mount board in there, you get a lot of flex in the field, and it's awesome. Can't go wrong there. It's like I was saying with the duck sidewinder. If you get a duck sidewinder, what you want to do is you want to build it with like a tactile, nice comfy tactile, and a PCB mount switch with either like a half plate or don't even use a plate. Just go straight up PCB mount. I think I am on the last switch here. I think I got them all. Nope, on this one. Did I miss more than that? Alright, I'm going to go ahead and turn this off. Lucky side. What's up here? Bumpers. Remount. And see how we did. $32.04 and $204G0 are almost exactly the same. Cross your fingers, Tom, that I didn't mangle your plate, or your PCB, I should say. Either way, we'll be good to go with the rebuild of this here pretty soon. It'll be used. Oh, you know what? Tom, he used, this is definitely a Sam build. Look at this. Let me find your stabilizer here. Somebody who knew what they were doing for sure built this. Here is your stabilizer. Who knows what they're looking at here? Who's been doing their Switch homework? Eh? I bet you a lot of people these days don't know what this mod is. You see it? We're looking at the bottom of the PCB mount. Stabilizers. And I'm pretty sure I have it zoomed in properly. I'll tell you guys. Dave, nobody in chat wants to get it? I don't know if there's much of a delay. I don't think I have any delay. I'll give you guys 2 more seconds to guess what that is. What modification has been done to the bottom of that stabilizer? Mini band-aids for stabilizer peg. No, you're on the right track. It is the stabilizer peg that has been modified, but they are not miniature band-aids. That is called the toothpick mod. Basically what you do is you jam a toothpick in there and then you cut it off. And the purpose of that is because, not necessarily for sound or anything like that, it is primarily to keep the stabilizer itself from pulling up off the board when you have PCB mount stabilizers. So I'm gonna guess these are genuine PCB mount stabilizers, and you know what I'm gonna do, Tom, too. If Yuxi tuned these, you know, with and did the toothpick mod and everything else, I'm gonna see how good they sound moved with one of the proper switches in there. I'll let you be the judge, both on stream here and then also I will see how it sounds. We'll see if it meets our rigorous standards. If it does, I will give you an option. We can either do the GMK screw-in stabilizers, or we can leave Yuxi's toothpick modded stabilizers on here. This is completely removed. I should not be getting difficulty from this switch. There it is. Just had to put a little bit of muscle into it. I trust you mostly. That's gonna crack me up. There's gotta be some level of trust, right? Oh. I wonder if that broke. This stabilizer wire here on the shift popped out. Yeah, we might just opt to retune these stabilizers. Oh, it's getting worse the further down we go. I think I did have a clog in my vacuum. Let's see what we got here. Come on. Oh man, that top row came out so good. What happened here? Now all of these are being a pain in the ass. Hold on. Let's try switching it up to a different puller. See if maybe my puller's gone bendy on me. No. There we go, that one came out. Get a little bit better grip on it. Nope. And that was the top part of an LED as my tool slipped. Oh man. No, that's never mind. I just pulled out? Oh yeah, no, it's fine. It pulled all the way out. That's what we like to see. Come on. Let's let this whole row just pull right out easily. There we go. There we go. This must have been right around the time I cleaned my iron. All of these are coming out real nice, like. Oh, this one's gonna come out good too. Oh yeah. LED's already moving before I even got to it. Oh yeah, this one's good. Oh yeah, baby, that whole row was nice. So it was around here that I probably should have cleaned my vacuum again, and it was around here that I actually cleaned my vacuum. Shit on me. Yeah, I wasn't getting it all the way there for a minute. Come on. Where's this whole bottom row got sticky on me? Come on. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's right. Tom, I'll have you know I charge like any good contractor does. I charge for twice as much as what I actually work. I went to the mechanics the other day to get my car worked on. I just needed to pass state inspection. I went in there with a brand new car almost, mind you. And I hadn't even noticed my fog lights were out. The guys in the garage charged me, what was it? It was like, guys in the garage charged me like $80 to replace out the fog lights. I looked it up on Amazon. The actual light was like 20 bucks for a 2-pack. And I looked up a tutorial on how to do it. And this thing was like able to be done in like 5 minutes. I was like, yeah, go ahead and just put the rejection sticker on it. I'll be back in a couple hours here. Amazon same date it and got the car fixed almost instantly. I'll be back later on that afternoon. So there's traces galore on this board, Tom. I'm going to guess right now that every single one of these switches desoldered correctly, and the only thing that's holding me back are the LED components. So putting oh look at that, they're just like falling out as I get the LED, as I touch the LEDs up again. So the only thing that I'm going to think I'm putting extra heat on here and potentially limiting the lifespan of are the pads for the LEDs. So I'm going to guess that those traces are separate, and so yeah, I think we'll be fine with this PCB. Is what I'm trying to get at. Long story short, I think we'll be a-okay with this PCB. Yep, all those came out good. Those are all the PCBs. Those little LEDs. Yeah, so I know I said it earlier in the stream, but that I feel like LEDs used to be a lot more popular. You guys see why people don't put them on the boards anymore? You can kind of see, right? They're kind of a pain in the ass to work with if you ever want to get anything else done. What's up, Heine? How you doing, dude? Where's my HBCP? What color are you sending me? Oh, come on, man. I hope it happens, man. I understand, though. I feel you, dude. I absolutely understand why it wouldn't happen at this point. You end up doing more of a favor for everybody by running a keyboard by these days than you actually do making a profit on it. I was about to wear my TGR shirt this evening for this one. Oh, the invisibility edition. That's right. That'll be a tough one to build. Actually, you know what? I just did laundry the other day. It's actually on that guest bed behind me right now. Got all my laundry strewn all over the place, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. So I have exciting news, lads. I think at some point this year I'm actually going to be moving. So, with that said, I think I will be getting my own office finally in the new house. It's definitely like top priority for me to have my own office in the new house. Oh, hold on a second. Let me fix the camera. Un momento, por favor. So yeah, if I get my own office, man, that'll be sweet. I'll get my workbench all set up. I'll get some crazy stuff in there too. I'll get like a camera mounted on like the ceiling, so you get like the straight overhead view too of the workbench. I think that would be really legit. I'll have some fun with the build for sure. So yeah, the spot we're in right now, we kind of just got as like a quick little temporary house we knew we wanted to buy, and so we just got, you know, we got a townhome that's a little bit smaller than what we wanted, and so now is the time to get everything we want. Ooh, the stems on this one, the clip's so short that I might need to get ambidextrous on it here and go. Go at this one from the other side of the pad. Oh shit. Okay. LEDs are just falling out on this now. Come on. Yeah, these two right here are the ones that I thought might give me a problem. This one should be all good. Come on. There we go. Yeah, this one I might need to get crazy with. Actually, no. What the hell? I can see the LED. See the LED stems going all the way through. Keep hitting my amplifier dial with the cable across. Come on. There it goes. Haha, voila. We're in there, fam. We are in there. Cool. Let us turn the desoldering iron off. What's up, Megaforce? White people love you too, dude. I don't know about all of them, but I'm sure some white people out there do. Where did my microfiber go? What in the hell? Swear to God, I had it up here. Oh, there it is. Alright, let's dust this plate off. We're looking good, Tom. The plate remains pristine, baby. I got like 2 little micro scratches on it from pulling switches, but they're at points in the PCB that are points in the plate that are so close to the edge that as soon as I put another switch in there, you will never see it. All right. So speaking of other switches, here are some vintage blacks. We're just gonna have some fun here for a second. Let's go ahead and put all of these in here. Just willy-nilly. All crazy like. Just throw them all in there. Figure out what I got in this box later. That is correct, invisibility. They were Gaterons. And on top of it, Tom threw in some crazy through-hole switch LEDs that he didn't tell me about. I bit off more than I bargained for on this one. It's all good. We moved through them pretty quickly. Yeah, word to the wise though. If you're interested in if you're interested in in-switch LEDs, that's cool and all. Just don't have any anticipation of rebuilding that board. You're kind of locked in if you put in SMD LEDs. Like not 100%, but pretty close. They're kind of a pain in the ass to get rid of. Okay, hold on. Preemptive here. Let's put this wire back in. We can, let's give this a try, Tom. I'm gonna retune this wire. I think I can. Tom, you tell me. Do you want to mess with this? Do you want to mess with the Cherry PCB mount? They're toothpick modded, so they're not gonna pop out on you. And I would imagine they're toothpick modded by Yuxi. And in fact, not only are they toothpick modded, they've been band-aided or something. Not really band-aided. Look at that. That's like a. It almost looks like a little like styrofoam piece that's underneath there. Like you probably here. Hold on, let me see if I can focus a little bit. Macro focus. Macro focus. Come on. Get in there. Get in there. It's too close. Too close. Okay. Do you see that? Yeah, they're kind of. I don't know. It's interesting. I want to see. Yeah, let me retune this one, and then let's retune the space bar, and see how they feel. They definitely need to be retuned. They're kind of like dusty, and so at a bare minimum, I need to leave them up again. Which I have leave it here somewhere. Oh, you know what? You have leave too. You had some. Oh no, you had 3204. 205, baby. Where are you? 205. Okay, cool. Yeah, if you're deferring to me, I won't steer you wrong, man. I got you. I got you. Damn, it's 8 o'clock already. What time does Top Clock go live? Are they 9 o'clock Eastern? Eastern. Okay, cool. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to build until 8:45, at which point 8:45 Eastern we will do the polycarbonate Singa unboxing, and then I might either do a part 2 of the Jane build on Friday night, or I might come back and build a little bit later. I'm gonna break once Top Clock goes live and go grab a bite to eat because I'm hungry. I'm a hungry boy. Have I talked to you guys about the have I talked to you guys about how I'm a dirty New Year's resolutioner this year? Normally I'm in the gym year round. Since having my second kid though, I had not been in the gym for quite some time. And so because of that, and because of the time consumption that my newborn has been taking up, I have decided to join the realm of virtual cycling in Zwift. It's like Swift with a Z. Have you guys heard of it? It's basically, in layman's terms, World of Warcraft for people cycling online. It is interesting to say the least. I've got to say. I kind of like it. And it's definitely gotten me moving again. I've cycled 200 miles in the past 2 weeks. So I've definitely been getting good workouts in. Let me know, chat, what have you guys been up to since the new year? This will take skill and dexterity. Let me see if I can pop this in. Get in there, you piece of shit. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, if I was smart, what I would have done is I would have left out the... keycaps that I needed for the ships. Let's see. Oh, did I find it already? Yes, I did. I'm gonna go ahead and take the O-rings off, Tom, unless you don't want me to. I'll give you a second here to tell me if you want me to take the O-rings off or leave them on. See, that looks like stock too. Let's put a couple more switches on here. Burn them with fire. True that, dude. True that. We will. We will burn them. Now that's some destruction I can get behind. Oh, come on. Don't do this to me. Rip. Alright, so I've remodded with leaving the housing on the right. I've remodded that. Ping me when it's 8:45, chat. I don't want to lose track of time here. Tom, did you buy them with O-rings on them, or did you do that yourself? Did you ruin these keycaps yourself, or did you get them like that? Oh, see if they would make them better. I got you. That makes sense. Spoiler alert, they didn't. Hey Tom, let me ask you too. What did you have planned for these TX Switch films? Are you going to be reutilizing those on anything, or can I buy those off of you? If I can't buy them off of you, don't worry about it. I can just I can order them off TX's website again. It'd just be cheaper to pay you for them than have to worry about shipping and everything and all that. If you don't have any game plans for them. Okay, sweet. Sounds good, man. Cool beans. I think the spacebar is definitely going to need to be rebuilt. Oh, that has the... I was wondering why that instantly sounded really muted. That's the O-rings on it still. I was like, whoa. What happened with this stabilizer? I don't know. I mean, spacebar definitely needs to be rebuilt. Here you go. So here is... Alright, so these are all... Alright, so Tom, these are all the same stabilizer housings still. I modded the spring, I modded the wire for the right shift. Here's that. And I'm going from, I know it's off camera, I'm going from right to left on the shift bar right now. So that's with the 205 G0 on the wire, but with the same exact housing that Sam had built. Here's the enter key. And that's unmodded exactly the same with the same wire with whatever lube Sam had used. Kind of all, you know, tuned up and worn at this point, you know, worn in. So there's the shift. There's the enter key, and there's the backspace. Same thing with the backspace and enter. So here's backspace. Here's enter. And here's the shift that I just did. The shift on the other side. Here's the spacebar. Spacebar definitely needs to be redone. Right there. On the right side of the spacebar sounds awful. sorry. I'm typing in chat on accident. Hopefully I'm not. I don't know. I don't know. Torn. I kind of like it. It's not bad on that enter and backspace key. There's definitely no rattle. Let's rebuild the space bar. We will rebuild the entirety of the space bar, see what it sounds like. You know what? I changed my mind. I'm just gonna rebuild them, Tom. I'm just gonna rebuild them. Let's do it, man. Let's just rebuild. You paid for me to build a board for you. By God, I'm gonna build a board for you. We need to get... Since this has been toothpick modded, I'm going to need... I'll get these out with these tweezers. Yes, I can. I think I can. I think I can. I think I can. Yeah, I'm not taking the easy way out. We're going all in on this one, Tom. We're gonna rebuild it, man. That is if I can get. Let's see if I can stab it with this guy. One part about the toothpick mod that's kind of difficult is pulling it back apart when you're done. You don't want to use it anymore. There we go. Those are coming out nicely. Plus, I'm just kind of curious. I want to see what if Yuxi built this. I want to see what he did on the. I want to see what he did on the other side of the board here, beneath the stabs, because it's not rubber. It's not band-aids. Or if it is, it's not any Band-Aid I've seen. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with these stabilizers, though. They're just a little... They're not the most popular these days, just because you don't, you know... With the GMK ones, you don't have to worry about them popping off your board. Which is the reason these are toothpick modded. So they're toothpick modded so that they don't pop off. You know, if you pull keycaps off your board, they won't pop off on accident. It's just like a really thin... It's just a really thin, like... piece of tape or something over this. It's like super thin. It's not even like a Band-Aid. I don't know what it is. Yeah, the wires are kind of crusty. We would have needed to get super dexterous with them and pop out all those wires and clean them up too, because they're just dirty. There we go. If I'm not mistaken though, what is this? What is this thing? It's definitely been lubed, whatever it is. Yeah, I don't see the need for it. I mean, it's not going to do any harm leaving it on there, I don't think, Tom, but I don't see the need for the Band-Aid mod. I don't do it on any of my boards these days. I think it was kind of a silly modification to begin with that didn't really do much. But you tell me, what do you want me to do, Tom? You want me to re-Band-Aid them with a proper Band-Aid, or do you want to just clip and lube some GMK stabilizers and put those on there? Oh, and speaking of, did these get clipped? Yes, those were clipped. So yeah, so whoever tuned this did tune it properly. Here we go. I'm going to tissue over here. Okay, cool. Yeah, I will build it just the way I would if it were mine. First, I'd get all the lube off of this thing. Yeah, so I pity the person who, oh, what's up, Shokan? I pity the person who has to trace, who has to try and route a trace on this board. Look at all that extra design that's on this PCB. Like, if you're just trying to trace one of these lines and you have all these extra lines going through everything, oh man, I'd lose my spot left and right. Alrighty. Let me just take a look here too real quick. Yeah, we're good. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. I'm not going to test all of them. Just test a couple here across the board. Cool. I'm going to guess we're good. All right. All right. Put these down here. So anybody get one of those new Key Colt 65s or 60s? I think I haven't gotten like confirmed anything yet because it's still in the works. I think of the group buy, right? But I think I might actually be building one of those for a client. I think I have a Key Colt 65 that I'm going to be building for a guy who's actually local as well. You know, it was a short run. I think not many. I don't think it was sold out instantly, but probably pretty close to it as well. $15 of each. Oof. Yeah. So I'm really hoping. I've got my fingers crossed that I do end up actually building this. I was in touch with the client who was talking about it. Yeah, and I'm pretty sure once his comes in, he's going to be sending it to me. And so yeah, that'd be a really cool build. Okay. Wipe off this excess lube that's on here. All right, what time have we got? 8:33. All right, let's tune up some GMK stabilizers. And we will see where we're at timing-wise after that. Yeah, that really is nuts though, isn't it? So few. Okay, there's space bar, right? This is long enough for the space. Or do I need this wire? Nope, I need this wire. Just make sure these guys fit. Oh, don't go anywhere. Oh, music died. Sorry guys, hold on. Is this the right size wire? Yes. Tune this one. Yes, I did. Cool. I just found a GMK screw that I already tuned. I like that. Wait, do I have here? One. Backspace. Left shift. Right shift. spacebar. Enter. Draw. Wait, no. That's the wrong bar. Oh, we just had enough. I'm gonna order some more stabilizers. This is the 910 SE. It's a pink top, black bottom with a crazy weight on the bottom. So it's got the Doge edition weight. With the crazy little engraves on them. Yeah. It's my baby right now. Okay, man, I've got a mess on this desk right now. Okay. I have 1, 2 stabilizer screws there. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Go, my screws, be free. Oh man, we're digging into the depths here for this build. There we go, there's more. There we go, we're good now. Okay, rid of that. Those wires over there, that's fine. Was I about to tune too many stabilizers again? I was. I was about to tune too many again. That was more than fine. This one aside. Right? Left shift, right shift, enter, backspace, spacebar. Yeah, we're good. I tuned too many on the last stream too, which was nice because I had one that I didn't have to worry about tuning tonight. But I was about to do the exact same thing again. save that boy for another day. Yeah, Chokin, they are, if I remember correctly, these are date code A through D. I think these are actually date code A, if I'm not mistaken. Date code A, West German vintage blacks. Is that what we did, Tom? I think that's what they are. I think they're date code A. So I had two orders actually. I had what was it? Date code A through D or date code E through G that I did in a small buy just recently, and yeah, that these are part of those that same batch. Oh, there he is. What's up, Brian? How you doing, buddy? I would definitely highly recommend you give them a try, Chokin. They're good, man. Any variant of vintage black is good. Some more than others, but they're definitely my favorite switch. They're my go-to. They're my go-to switch for sure. Okay. Yep, camera died. Sorry about that. All right. Let's grab some stabilized keys and see what we are working with. Oh yeah. I'm glad I retuned these. So you guys tuned in late. We realized that it was probably Yuxi that built this board originally. And had done quite a good job at tuning stabilizers. I was deciding or not whether I was going to rebuild them. I'm kind of glad I did. You know, it just sounds... The 205 G0 just has a better sound than whatever Yuxi used or whoever built it. Of course, not confirmed, so I'm guessing it was him. But yeah, here you go, guys. Go ahead and kill the music here and press play on some stabilized keycaps. So there's delete, there's enter, there's shift, there's the new and improved spacebar. It has a real nice muted sound to it all across. And there's the other shift. So I can wholeheartedly approve of this plate and PCB combo as of right now. Yeah. Gotta stay on the latest lubing trends, Chokan. That sounds really good. Zero rattle. Real nice deep sound. Cool. Let's go ahead and load up the rest of these switches. And then we will unbox. We'll clean up real quick. We'll do a 2-second cleanup of the desk area. And then we will unbox the ever so lovely. Yeah, you gotta try some 205G0, Chokan. It is very nice. The 3204 and 3203 that he has is nice too. There you go, a little bit of switch mod chill for you, Krollbit. I like all the lube that he puts out. You know, I haven't used GHV4. I've heard about it. I'm curious about it. Invisibility, or not Invisibility, who is it? Velvet. Velvet has that all over his YouTube channel, right? He has, isn't that what he used in the switches that he put in his OTD, in his Corsa? I could be wrong on that. He might have just had it in like the description. It might be something he's like involved with. I'm not sure. If anyone's used it in chat, please let me know what you think of it. That's gonna look so good. Look at those vintage blacks on that black plate. Oh, that looks mean. So nice. Oh yes. Oh yes. It's almost a shame to put keycaps on it. Alright. As promised, we will unbox the Singa. Oh yeah. Alright. But first, I said I had to clean the desk up a little bit. I'm done with the desoldering vacuum. We can unplug that. It is cooled off at this point. Safety first, lads. Let me go ahead. Sorry for the camera shake there. I'm going to box that back up here in a minute. Super Lube in 205G0. Go in my trusty Ziploc bag of lube. The stabilizer and road stabilizer key. Go in this Ziploc baggie of stabilizers. Oh, it's the hoodie that's on the back of my chair is making noise. Sorry about that. The zippers are hitting my tripod. Okay, so there's that. There's that. We're done with those guys. Everything sounds pretty good to me on the stabilizers. Alright, the glove can go away, this can go away. That can go with the vacuum. This can go away. We'll leave that out, we'll leave that out, we'll leave that out, we'll leave that out. And we'll put this back on. So I'll stab myself with them. Okay. Where'd that go? The bag of stabilizers is here. I'll put that away. I was premature with putting the bag of stabilizers. We are going to push ahead right after dinner. I am going to... I need to figure out what I'm going to do for food. Shit, it's 9 o'clock. Let me know what you want me to eat for dinner, chat. I need to figure that shit out. But what we're gonna do though, real quick, is do a little unboxing. Give me just 2 seconds more here, guys. I want to do 2 more things. I just want to finish cleaning up my desk, which is now all but done. We're burning the O-rings, right, Tom? I think I might go get kebabs tonight. A lamb kebab sounds really good. Let me put it here so I don't have a million little tiny O-rings floating around on the floor. Shit, did I just drop? Did I drop on the ground or did I lose it in my hoodie? Drop it on the ground. So who remembers the build that Huey did from Top Clack, or formerly Top Clack, on the the ultimate silent board? And you guys remember that? He did, if I'm not, like, he did like silent switches plus O-rings plus... What were those QMK clips? He did like the QMK clips as well. And lo and behold, after all that work trying to create the ultimate silent board, it turned out to be shit. It probably ended up with something that probably felt worse than like a Hewlett-Packard membrane keyboard. I mean, that's too much rubber, you know? You might as well have Topra at that point. Alright guys, give me 2 seconds. Let me wash my hands real quick so I get rid of all the lube that's on there. I'll be right back. Okay. Let's see what we got going on here. Hands are all clean. Got my greasy mitts all clean. We are ready. Let's get out the scissors. Oh, baby, what's in the box? Perfect timing outside. I don't know if you've been sticking around or if you just tuned back in. Customs labels got me. Customs labels got me. Oh, perfect timing then. There you go. Yeah, so we're still working our way through the Jane build, but I wanted to take a little break here. I'm gonna do a part 2. I'm gonna do a double header tonight, everybody. We're gonna do a little unboxing here real quick, and then we'll come back later on this evening after I eat dinner and get the rest of the Jane R1 built. What's in the box? Pretty good looking, baby. Look at that thick padded foam. That's beautiful. Woo-wee. This is looking good already. All right, so we've got hardware, all sorts of it, as well as the SMD LEDs and the microcontroller for it. So I know you're looking through Ziploc bags here, and then there's the little feet, the little rubber feet. Yeah, it's packaged well. I have no reason to believe, from first glance here, that we will have any issues. Ooh, that sandblast looks so good. Look at that lion. That's pretty. Yeah, it's hard to see the sandblast treatment on it through the plastic, but man, it looks good. It's kind of just like this, it's kind of just like this matte brass. There's like not much sparkle to it, really. Oh, and here's the big boy weight. Okay, so there's the. I'll open that here in a minute. Here's the weight. Here's the actual larger weight that has the Singa branding across it. I'll open that in just a second. Let's get an inventory of everything we got. Here is the PCB. That's pretty too. How does this open? Where's the opening of the PCB? I really need to use scissors and cut it. Oh, okay. So the PCB has got a cool little purple tint to it. Looks very solid if you ask me. We'll go ahead and cut the anti-static bag and do a little bit of an unveil here on the PCB. Oh yes, that is pretty looking. Look at that. Look at the branding up there too. That's cool. So this is built in conjunction with TGR. So if you don't know, Sam and Elaine both use the same factory over there in Malaysia. And so, fantastic products coming out of there. I mean, they really do incredible work, both of them. I am trying desperately to get my hands on the collaborative project, the Unicorn. It's a 60% gasket tray mount from them. But yeah, I mean, this is Elaine's 75% board, if you guys didn't know that. So she's half the project of the Unicorn, and this is all her with a little bit of help from Sam. So the PCB looks incredible. Oh, this looks so good. Perfect. Here is the top PCB, or top case for the polycarbonate Singa. Oh, it looks so good. I'm going to be very careful not to get any scratches on this for you. You can see the screw traces there for it on the edges, and that looks pretty good. I mean, the frosting on this is just so nice. Man, that looks good. Sorry guys, I'm doing manual zoom here with it being so close to the lens. I'm trying to keep it in focus for you. Yeah, so that looks really good. So we'll go ahead, place the bubble wrap down, and place the top part of the case down, and let's take a look at the bottom. Oh man. Give me 2 seconds. I'm not building suspense here. I just want to take a close look at it, make sure there's no blemishes on it, which there isn't. God, this is beautiful. This is such good quality. Look at this. There's not a single blemish on this polycarbonate. Good pickup, man. Good pickup on this. So this is another build for a customer. This is a build that I'll be doing for another client. Really looking forward to this. I'm gonna try my absolute utmost not to get a single scratch on this for you, because it is beautiful. I don't see a single mark on it that's out of place. Awesome stuff, man. Heck yes. Fantastic work, Elaine. Absolutely fantastic. Alright, let's take a look here. We got one more piece, I believe, in here, which should be the PCB, or no, excuse me, the plate. Even the plate is perfect quality. You know, sometimes you get plates and they have, you know, a little bit of marking or streaking or something on them. Not here. It's perfect. It's absolutely perfect. Good stuff. Oh man. Yeah, this is going to be awesome. This is going to be really awesome. Cool. Well, that looks fantastic. The rest of it is packing material in the bottom of this box. And so I am going to, ever so carefully, place this back in here. It really is really good quality. Really, really, really happy to see it arrive in one piece. And looking so good. That bottom piece looks so special. So, oh, and I forgot to show you guys. So, there's the design. Obviously, you can see the lion. The lion goes through on the back and clips into this part here. And then on the top here is the cutout for the other weight that I have not yet shown you guys. Give me 2 seconds here. Let me carefully slide this back in so I don't scratch any of the polycarbonate. There we go. And then let's put this down. We'll put the top down. Go. What I'm not showing you guys yet is this weight. Let's see here. Looks like we got some tape on this side. I would imagine. Oh, some tape here. Okay, awesome. Yeah, you know what? I actually have those right next to me as well. I just have not unboxed those yet either. So yeah, this will be a cool build. We've got some version 2 Telios and the polycarbonate Singa. I think that'll have a really cool sound signature on it. And so who knows, you may like them more than before. Yeah, no, so let me clarify too. When we were talking, I was just saying that you know, I've used Telios before. I did like them. So Telios, in fact, what I'll tell you guys, god damn, that's beautiful. This brass looks so good. Look at this, guys. That is absolutely glorious. It's almost a shame to cover that up inside, you know? My god. I really hope... No, you can't. What I was gonna say, it would have been really cool. So the way this orients itself is you have the bottom of the case. This sits on top like this. It would have been really cool, you can tell, because it has the hardware holes. The hardware holes are machined so that the screw top is there. I kind of wish it was machined so that the screw top was there on the polycarbonate edition, so that then you could have this facing the back of, you could have it facing the back of the case. You know what I mean? Because then through the polycarbonate you could still see the branding. It doesn't really matter though. I mean, really incredible quality, beautiful board. You know, I'm excited to be building this one. This will be really fun. No, so but then, so getting back to what I was going to say, the only notation I had with the Telios is the sound signature. And it's not a bad thing. I just like the sound signature of cherry housings more. And so that's just a personal preference. You know, and so, but yeah, the actual feel of Telios is incredible. And in fact, I think just about everybody is in agreement that Telios are probably the best feeling stock linear available. Without a doubt, I would say that. I feel really nice. Telios do. Let me see here. I'll take another look here at this. Make sure I'm not putting this in too tight. There we go. This on top so that nothing's touching the polycarbonate. And do PCB. And then other accessories. Cool. So yeah, we've got some exciting stuff coming up. Yeah, so this Singa we're going to be building up with Telios here on, I'm going to guess, I will probably build this up on Saturday, is my guess. We'll have a little lazy Saturday action coming in hot. So yeah, very excited to be building that. Good looking stuff there. And then, let me just make sure here. Yeah, I have another quick unboxing here. got in. And forgive me guys, I'm just going to crack this tape and open this up off camera so that I'm not flashing any addresses. Even though that's just mine, I'd rather err on the side of caution. If you guys end up copping my address, send me a bunch of pizzas. I'm hungry. Please pay for them, though. Don't send me a bunch of unpaid for pizzas. My pizza guys really like me. I always tip them well. Okay. Man, Zeal went all in with this tape. Whew. Okay. There we go. And so for the Singa that we just unboxed, we will be pairing that with some Zeal stabilizers. There we are. Beautiful. And these will work perfectly with the polycarbonate build. You gotta go with the Zealio or the Zeal stabilizers for a polycarb build. You know what I mean? Got to show off all the full all plastic, you know, clear plastic everywhere in gold. Man, that's gonna look good. And here's the Telios V2. Let's go ahead and turn off music for a second. We're about one, as Nathan Kim would say, we're about one Huey away. Yeah, you're not comparing it to anything right now. Actually, you know what? We can compare it to something right now. For the sound signature point. Alright, so here's the Telio. And here's the vintage black. Vintage black, Telio, vintage black, Telio. God, I gotta say, man, I gotta say, so Zeal did really good. These sound so similar. You know, when I hold this right up to my ear, the vintage black actually sounds a little more pingy than the Telio does. And smoothness-wise, I mean, goddamn. I mean, I would be lying if I didn't say that the Telio felt just about as smooth as a vintage black. Stock, completely stock. So I mean, this is a good switch. This is a real good switch. I'm excited. We got a good build coming up here. All right. Well, as you guys know, if you've been hanging out all night so far, I'm going to take a little bit of a break here. Go watch Top Clack, show them some love. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to grab some dinner, and I will continue the rest of... I'm going to park it right up on my desk. I will continue the rest of the Jane build as soon as I get back from dinner. Absolutely, guys. It was my pleasure. And yeah, definitely tune in later on this evening if I'm not up too late for you guys. Chokan, Bug Whisper, I appreciate you guys. Everyone else who's in chat, everyone else who's viewing. Catch you guys later. You have a great night if I don't see you later on this evening. See ya.